A huge Super Nintendo World leak that's awesome, and we break down this rumor about Breath of the Wild 2. Let's do it!
Block content.
What's happening, my block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. I couldn't be more happier to talk about this because Super Nintendo World is one of my all-time favorite things that is coming up, and out of this crazy situation, out of everything in the world that is going on right now, this is really giving me such a huge smile of relief. I mean, it's actually happening. The very first Mario-themed theme park is actually coming, and it seems like it's finished building in Japan, right? I mean, this is looking incredible. I'm gonna break down everything that's here and everything in terms of attractions and things that might be coming to the park and things that are already having patents and all that, but it just looks incredible from the top down. And also, we have a little bit of news about a Sonic the Hedgehog movie sequel, which is also really incredible, and it also kind of ties into that Super Nintendo World stuff, and they're also doing movies with Universal for Mario over there. And I really want to break down this big leak, this rumored leak about Breath of the Wild 2, and a breakdown of everything that you can expect in the game that actually is building on a previous leak that happened. This is supposedly the same person that talked about this. So a lot of things to go through. So thank you guys so much for watching again. It's a really crazy time, so I super appreciate you guys being there. So grab your popcorn. I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Block, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube videos? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And here is a brand new giveaway. You can win one of 4 Super Mario surprise capsules. There's a really cool Mario character inside there, a figure, and if you want to find out who it is, well, please subscribe to the channel right now. Press the subscribe button, like this video, and comment down below why you should win the giveaway item. Alright guys, let's head into the main topic of today. Let's just begin with this Breath of the Wild 2 business, because it actually is referring to something that happened before, but also has a lot of unanswered questions right here. So it's saying Breath of the Wild sequel leaks part 2, right? So we covered this one before, but now it builds upon that. He said, I posted the leaked picture the other day, and I recently got some new information. So first, let's go through that leak one more time so everyone kind of knows, you know, and everyone is up to speed with this. Breath of the Wild sequel leaks. New trailer is coming in June, so supposedly around E3 time, right? But I don't know what will be revealed. Okay, very interesting. The name of the game would be The Legend of Zelda: Rebellion of the Wild. We've all heard about this idea. The release date would be November 2020, but of course, due to everything going on in the world, it could be pushed. All of Hyrule Castle and Hyrule Castle Town have been rebuilt, and they are fully explorable without enemies. Post-game is actually after the story this time. Memoirs will replace shrines, and there are 200 this time, with all new puzzles. 130 side quests, a quarter of which are memoir quests. 1,000 Korok seeds to find, but it's harder to get them, and it has a way better reward for finding all of them. Hyrule's map is a lot bigger. All locations in Hyrule have changed a bit, so it's worth seeing all of Hyrule. All previous towns are bigger and updated. 7 new towns, not counting Castle Town. Zelda is now playable, and you can switch between her and Link freely. Both Link and Zelda have their advantages, so switching between them in situations is absolutely necessary. Lots of new armor for both Link and Zelda, including one that allows you to climb in rain. The main story requires you to get all previous Link tunics. They are all available without amiibo to use during certain parts. Dungeons still are finding terminals, but they are traditional style now. I don't know their locations. Ganondorf final boss is pretty difficult. There will be 2 expansions for this game, and that's all I know. So let's head on to the actual leak that talks about the sequel of Breath of the Wild, and this is a sequel on that rumor, right? So the game starts off with you in Hyrule Castle. Ganondorf is under the castle, and you go in there for the first time, what was shown in the trailer shortly after the opening. The champions do play a role, but not as big as Breath of the Wild. You get some of a confirmation of Link and Zelda's feelings for each other, kind of like how Cass said Zelda loves Link in Breath of the Wild. Speaking of Cass, he plays a much bigger role in assisting you and Zelda. All of the unanswered questions are answered. The 7 and the 8 heroine, the mystery of the Great Plateau, who's Cass's teacher, and etc. Well, the Zonai tribe actually plays a large role, and the full story of 10,000 years ago is explained and is a big part of that story. So yes, everything will come into play yet again. Voice actors are the same as in Breath of the Wild. The game is very dark, more dark than Majora's Mask even. The main story does require you to go to Termina, but there isn't a time limit when you're like in Majora's Mask. In the post-game, it is fully accessible. Termina has pretty much the same layout, but it's more of an open world. Half of the side quests in the game are in Hyrule, and the other half are in Termina. The Moon Children play a big role in Termina, part of the story. Romani Ranch plays a big part in the Termina part as well. That's all I know for now. The trailer is dropping on June 5th. I don't know what will be revealed exactly, but it was supposed to be a direct, but now they changed it to a 10-minute trailer. So yes, this is very interesting to talk about. It does seem like a lot of wish fulfillment, especially talking about like fan theory stuff. Like, yeah, it talks about Link and Zelda having feelings for each other. I mean, that's not something that the creators of the Zelda franchise would outwardly really push into a game. That's always been sort of a backbone thing that you can fill in your own mind, and I love it like that. I mean, it's the same with the kind of balance between Mario and Peach and, you know, what is exactly going on there, and that's kind of how I like it. That's not something that I need to have specified in my game, and that's something that, of course, is very much a fan thing to ask, so that aspect of it feels a little bit weird, as well as, yeah, and Termina's in there from Majora's Mask. Everyone's like, oh, and it's way darker than even the darkest game, so a lot of these details to me seem a little bit unfair, a little bit strange. So the other thing that I really wanted to talk about is Sonic the Hedgehog getting a sequel, and as you guys know, I actually got to meet the people that worked on the movie, got involved over there, which is crazy cool at Paramount Pictures, and I have a really deep connection to the movie and to the people that work on it, and well, I couldn't be more happy to report that Variety.com today has confirmed Sonic the Hedgehog sequel is in the works. And actually, this was also retweeted by none other than Jeff Fowler, who is the director of the first movie and who is coming back for the second one, which is incredible because if you guys have seen the movie, you probably know like post-credit stuff or what the movie's leading up to. And there's a lot of cool stuff potentially that could be happening in the sequel, right? Sonic the Hedgehog is getting a sequel. Paramount Pictures and Sega Sammy confirmed on Thursday that they have commenced development on a sequel to the live-action family comedy. The sequel would re-team the filmmakers with Jeff Fowler directing and Pat Casey and Josh Miller writing the script. The movie is still in development stage, so decisions have not yet been made regarding the casting or a production start date. Neil H. Moritz, Toby Asher, and Toru Nakahara are producing the pick, while Hajime Satomi and Hiroki Satomi and Tim Miller are executive producing. Based on the popular video game franchise from Sega, the first film, released in February of this year, tells the story of the world's speediest hedgehog as he embraces his new home on Earth. Sonic, voiced by Ben Schwartz, and his new best friend Tom, played by James Marsden, team up to defend the planet from the evil genius Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey, as the plot's world domination. The family-friendly pick also stars Taika Sumter. Upon its release, Sonic the Hedgehog scored the #1 opening weekend of all time for a movie based on a video game and boasted the 4th best President's Day weekend debut ever. Sonic was among the slew of films released early on home entertainment after theaters were shuttered due to everything going on in the world. Casey and Miller are repped by APA, Gotham, and Vandercloot Law. So this is a really good piece of news. I would love to see where the franchise is going next, and of course I can't reveal too much because a lot of things are very secretive, and well, I don't really want to spoil the first movie at all because a lot of you guys haven't seen it. Go watch it. It's out on streaming right now, and I guarantee you, if you are at all a Sonic fan or, you know, very, very casually, you will love this thing because there's a lot of Easter eggs in there for the fan community. There's Easter eggs in there for longtime fans. There's Easter eggs in there for very casual Sonic fans as well. So go check out the movie. It's a lot of fun, and I reviewed it on this channel too. So if you want any sort of opinion from myself, well, please go check out the blocked content review of Sonic the Hedgehog. And well, there's one more thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys today because yes, it actually is getting crazier out there in terms of Super Nintendo World, the theme park coming to Japan that is actually fully recreating the Mushroom Kingdom and even a little bit more. So there was actually this leaked screenshot, this leaked aerial footage, this drone footage from what looks like a completely finished Super Nintendo World, which is amazing. So IGN actually reports, yes, Super Nintendo World new image shows multiple theme park areas. Several iconic Mario landmarks are plainly visible. Universal Studios' collaboration with Nintendo on a new Mario-themed section of its theme park is almost complete, and an enterprising photographer managed to capture an aerial photo of the park during construction. It's the best look at Universal Super Nintendo World, which looks near complete. A Japanese photographer captured a shot of the park during construction and posted it online. Based on the picture alone, you can see that many of the structures already look complete from the outside. And thankfully, the different structures are pretty distinct, making it easy to speculate on the coming attractions. Yes, well, based on the photo alone, you can see that the classic Mario transportation pipes leading into different Mario-themed buildings. The largest looks like a structure based on Mario's World 1-1 stages, but there are also some pyramids towards the north end of the compound. To the east is a series of pink columns, which is likely Princess Peach's castle, and towards the southwest is a pretty ominous structure that could be Bowser's castle. The partnership between Nintendo and Universal Studios Japan was announced back in 2017 when the two companies announced a new theme park attraction based on Nintendo's popular characters would be coming to Universal parks. The Super Nintendo World attractions in Japan are set to expand to other Universal parks, including theme parks in the United States. Universal promised that aside from physical attractions, the Nintendo parks will integrate with digital wristbands and even possibly Nintendo consoles. The first Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan is scheduled to be opened in summer 2020 and was supposed to coincide with the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics. However, the Olympics have been postponed due to everything going on in the world right now. So incredibly good news that this is actually on track to actually open. Yes, Disneyland in parts has been open. A lot of other theme parks around the world have slowly begun opening their doors and special programs. So this could probably be no different. And I'm saying it right here, and you guys can quote me on this. I will for sure go to this theme park this year if it opens. I will make the trip to Japan for blocked content, do some vlogged content over there. That is a guarantee. If it opens this year, I will be there. I'll go there for a week and I'll just travel along the Mushroom Kingdom and show you guys, maybe even live stream for you guys. So that's pretty much all the crazy news that we have for you guys today. I really want to know what you guys think of, especially like the Super Nintendo World stuff, the Breath of the Wild rumor, that's pretty crazy and out there. And of course, Sonic the Hedgehog movie getting a sequel. That's awesome. So I'd love to hear what you guys think of all this. If you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And as for today's comment question, well, today's comment question is, what are you going to do when you enter the park for the first time? Super Nintendo World, wherever in the world, what is the first thing that you're going to do when you enter the park? So comment down below. As for today's comment question winner, our answer comes to us from JP Sully saying, you know, if there were more Earthbound characters in Smash instead of more Fire Emblem reps, then I wouldn't be mad. I'd be more excited since Earthbound is one of my favorite RPGs and Nintendo could be giving, well, Earthbound more love. Fingers crossed for localized remasters of Earthbound and Mother 3. I really like to see Porky as another villain rep to accompany Ridley and King K. Rool. Other good Earthbound rep ideas could be the Masked Man or Ninten as an Echo for Ness. Well, thank you so much, JP Sully. I think that all the talk about Porky becoming a character, I don't really know where they're going to go with that character, but there is something happening. Either a boss that's being added post-game, or yeah, maybe Porky is going to be a playable character and it's going to coincide with some news about a remake or something like that. It doesn't seem super likely just because of, you know, the not love that the franchise has been getting. But of course, that brand new book from the creator is coming. So yeah, there might be something in the works for Earthbound in Super Smash Bros. I can't wait to see if there's anything coming, right? So, well, thank you guys so much for sending in all your comments. These are always so much fun to read through. And of course, a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and you guys sending in super chats during live streams. You guys make block content possible. So if you want to have yourself created as a little block content character, join me for a discussion, or even have your own ideas become animations, well, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent because there's a bunch of awesome rewards there waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya!